We sit and waiting on the fish. Sit back and relax and enjoy the wilderness. Which meaning enjoy the water. Wilderness would be more like if it's a bunch of trees and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But as you can see, we right here at the spot. So sit back and relax and see how long it takes us to get something. But we also in this video, to you guys, turn the camera on so you can see me. We also in this video, we're doing a challenge. So the challenge is, I have pinfish and I have mullet for bait. So the challenge is to see which reel. I got 4 out there right now and I got 2 more I'm gonna set it out later on. But the challenge is to see which one catches the biggest red or the biggest black drum whenever they decide to show up. Which one catches with the pinfish or the mullet. So y'all, we're gonna see. Peace. So guys, while we're sitting out here right now, we're waiting on a bite. I'm just gonna give you guys a little rod and reel rundown. So starting with this one right here, one of my favorites, and you know guys, all I really rock with is pins. I got a couple other rod and reel setup that are not pin, but this first one right here is a pin pursuit. Good gear ratio, holds a lot of line, it's really tough, durable. I got this one paired up on a big water ugly stick. This is I'm gonna say this is on a 10-foot rod right here, surf rod. And on these reels, like I said, every component inside of them is top notch. All the gears, the washers, the drag system, everything is top notch. And the handles are screw-in handles. So their older pin reels had to where you couldn't, like these here, you can just slide it in and you can screw it in and it locks itself in place. The older ones was not made like that, and I had one, but I didn't bring it. I don't use it that much. The older ones, you have to slide your handle in and screw it in from the other side. These, they just screw themselves in and lock in place and they won't back out on you. That's the first one. This is one of my budget bills. It's one of my open face bait casters. Well, conventional reels, excuse my language. I got it paired up on a 10-foot pin rod right here. I've caught a lot of big monsters on that one. I pretty much caught big monsters on all these rods. The next one is pretty good, it's durable. This one is pretty good, it's durable. It's held up for a long time. I have 4 of those. This one here this is really my favorite. Another screw handle, screw it in, it locks in place. Good gear ratio, it retrieves your line pretty fast. This is a pin spin fisher. It's another part of the pin line. Same thing as the first one I showed you. The washers, the drag system, your springs, everything in there is top notch on this one as well. This one's paired up with a pin rod as well on a 12 footer, excuse my language. And the last one that I'm running right now, this is another pin pursuit. It's a smaller pin pursuit. So this one is I want to say this one, it goes down to, this is a 6,000 series. So it's gonna be a smaller one. It still holds a pretty good amount of line on it as well. I have this one paired with another pin rod, 12-foot rod. But so you notice, if you guys are not too familiar with your spinning reels, this is 6,000 series, and you notice the 6,000 series is gonna be smaller. This is a 8,000. Your 8,000 ones are gonna be a little bit bigger, and your 8,000 series is gonna hold more line than your 6,000. This is another 8,000. It's another bigger reel. Another thing about these reels that I like that they improve with, see these lines inside? This shows you how much your line capacity, how much you didn't cast it out or how much you didn't put on. So once you cast out, it'll tell you how much you got on there. And I've got them back with a 100-pound braid on this one. This is 85-pound braid on this one. This is hollow core. This is another line that I use. It's 65 pound, and that one over there is 85 pound. And shout out to Nomad. I love their line. It's really all I use on all my rod and reels, including all of my shark rods, which are at home. But yeah, man, this is the setup that I'm running right now until we, get a bite. Besides looking at the beautiful scenery out there in the water, the tankers and stuff coming in and out the barges, stuff like that. But yeah, and if you're out here, and if you guys are out here and you're doing any type of saltwater fishing, remember I said this in a previous video. You can use whatever you like when you're going shopping. Look at all the product, and I know it's overwhelming when you go out to the stores and they got so much variety of stuff to choose from. But whether you're on a budget or you just want to go to the extreme, everything's gonna have different prices. Your really good rod and reels, they're gonna be pretty pricey. But if you got the money and that's what you want to get, go ahead. They're gonna pay off in the long run. So no matter what you spend on it, like my dad always told me, you gotta spend money to make money. You feel what I'm saying? So everything that I have, I've had them for a long time. If you take care of your rods and reels, they'll last for a long time. But like I said, you wanna pair your reel with a good rod. Most of what I run, I'll flip it back around so you guys can see. Most of what I run is either heavy to medium heavy rods. As you can see, most of these are medium heavy rods. I don't like really flimsy rods, more like really sensitive rods. The reason why I don't like it is because of the simple fact that these 4 rods right here that you guys see, they are, like I said, they are medium heavy. And I think I want to say one of them is heavy. The reason why I like them, so like I was saying, I'm having a couple of issues over here, but the reason why I like medium heavy to heavy style rods, whether they 10 foot, 12 foot, 15 foot, is because I have, versus with a 6,000 or 5,000 size reel, with these heavy rods, I have fighting power. I can hold those pretty big monster fish, as y'all see in the videos and stuff like that. I can hold them. I have I got a lot of strength besides my physical body myself. Holding them with these heavier rods, I got a lot of power, and then it doesn't take me that long, to get them in. With a more sensitive rod, you still can get them in. Well, you are gonna get them in, but it's gonna take you a little bit more time. Also, heavier rods, the tips are not, sensitive tips. That's another thing. So once I get a hit, and I don't have to worry about, running over here, setting the hook, because, all my custom leaders that I built are with circle hooks. Circle hooks set theirself. So all I have to do is come over here, and whatever one I have a fish on, all I gotta do is start reeling, and it's a done deal. It's a wrap. And like I said, I have the fighting power because they're heavier rods. More sensitive rods, like I said, once again, it'll take you a little bit longer, getting them in, letting them go on their runs, handling your drag right. When they go on the run, make sure your drag is adjusted right. It's not too tight and not too loose, But that's the main thing why I like my setups and I love them. I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world, for anything else. I'm always, upgrading more stuff. I have, a ton of tackle. From my rods and reels, thermal tackle, I just, I bring what I need when I come out to the water. But there's just a little rundown a while, the things that I like, when it comes to fishing. But that's pretty much it, guys, for right now, until we get a bite soon. I've already, like I said, checked them already and recasted them out and everything. I was trying to get that on the camera, but I was having some difficulties with my camera. But you guys stay tuned, and hopefully we get something. Like I said, it's tough right now. But stay tuned.